Brock Lesnar retired, Bianca Belair is pregnant, and Roman Reigns killed an old man. Those are phrases you only hear in the world of professional wrestling. But that's what you grow to love. The story, the nonsense, the greatness. WrestleMania 42, it was a spectacle of it all. You too! What is up? What is up? Yo, welcome back to Donnyland, man. WrestleMania 42 ended. What did you think? Were you surprised? Were you shocked? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you glad? Were you mad? Were you running? Were you journeying on? What did you think? It seems that those in WWE, those at the tippity top, those in the creative room, they might be guests. They might be members of Donnyland because WrestleMania 42 seemed to have a lot of similarities with what I booked. Let's talk about it. The biggest match of all time. Or so I thought. We had the 3v3 tag team division. I Show Speed taking on the Usos and LA Knight. Yeah. And boy, do I feel bad for the people involved. But the men in this match, they're the definition of pros. They did the job, didn't have a problem with it. You have LA Knight at WrestleMania in the ring, eating with Jey Uso. Okay. OG Donnie, why do you feel bad? That match was hella quick. And even with it being a celebrity match, even with me saying what it already was beforehand, they still portrayed it in a way that was hella quick, hella rushed, to where the characters, they didn't really get to shine. Names like the Jey Uso, LA Knight, Logan Paul. Okay, they're in the match. They're playing their part in that match. But more than that, you gotta feel bad for them. Jey Uso, he was at WrestleMania last year as champion. Yeah, let that sit in. Wade Barrett said something along the lines of, he can do the moves, but that doesn't mean he can do them in the ring with the pros. And that is exactly the definition of what I Show Speed looked like in there. He looked like the odd man out, but it's his first match. What do you expect? He looked like he was having fun, though. He looked like he enjoyed it, and he looked like he was giving it his all. So, shout out to Speed. At what point in the match, at what point in WWE changed to where the clip farm became bigger than the actual match? To where the moment it became bigger than the actual match? Because the actual match, it was quick. It didn't really tell much story. Speed getting bullied, Speed overcoming, cool. But the main point of the match, the after part of the match, it was longer than the actual match itself. And I might just say, that was one beautiful looking frog splash. He landed that John perfectly. He tilted midair, changed direction. I Show Speed versus Drew McIntyre, and this match delivered on all aspects. Everything I thought it was. Physical, hard, hitting. I've seen many people say it was safe. Oh, they hyped it up to be what it was. But you have Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu. They beat the hell out of each other. They did what it had to do. They start before the bell even rings. Jacob Fatu, he dominates Drew most of the match. Drew didn't look weak, but Jacob Fatu is the star. And you can tell as he got the win, he hit the zoom, 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 zoom. Prettiest Samoan moonsault ever through the table. Drew McIntyre, 1, 2, 3. Was the crowd weak though? I don't know. I don't know if I could hear them to the fullest extent, even with headphones on. But they seemed pretty dead during that match. Jacob Fatu, he's now that big dog on SmackDown. Is Drew McIntyre going to go crazy? Is he going to snap? Or is he going to be off of our screens for a while, just like I predicted? You want to hear the most annoying part of WrestleMania weekend? It doesn't matter if you do or you don't, because I'm going to tell you either way. Dude, it's WrestleMania Saturday. I'm watching the first hour. Somehow I'm watching on ESPN because I didn't feel like signing into all this shit. But I ended up creating a free trial, blah, 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 blah. The first hour ends. I go to sign into ESPN. Oh my gosh, you're using the wrong ESPN app. Blah, 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 blah. Another 20 minutes go by, and by the time I'm finally signed in, Paige is back on my screen. What? Yes, Nikki Bella, she cannot come back. Paige replaces her. Now you have Paige and Brie Bella. This match was pretty freaking quick. And that's pretty much the story of WrestleMania Saturday. I don't know why these matches were so quick. This match didn't really even have much story told. Is it because Nikki Bella was out? I don't think she would be that important to the match. But the Bella twins, they ended up winning either way. It goes to show the nature of the business. This shit sucks. You have two twin sisters, people who have been dreaming about this their whole life. One of them gets injured. Damn. It's okay though, the show must go on. Now you're watching your twin sister relive your dream, make your dream come true with somebody else. Damn. The overall match, though, it was pretty smooth. And just like the way I said, once again, it went pretty much to the script. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, they look like the smoothest tag team in there, yet they couldn't get a win. Shout out to the Irresistible Forces. They look great. Nia Jax and Lash Legend, I hope you stick together. You don't need the belts, but the way you two rub off on each other, the way your chemistry is in the ring, it works. Stick with it. Bella Raya, ooh, that's kind of fire. I might be onto something. Bella Raya, they're the tag team champions. How does this go? Are we going to get a Paige heel turn? Paige comes back as a face. The crowd loves her, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, she still took Nikki's moment. Like I said, how is this going to play out on our screens? I won't be mad if that's where they go. AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, it underdelivered. A match that I actually had high expectations for fell into the rest of the WrestleMania Saturday ass nigga trap. Becky Lynch, she came out cool, calm, and collected. AJ Lee, she came out with kids, all the supporters, everyone who's been with me my whole career. But you're still leaving them. After the show, you said, I'll see you soon.
I'll see you soon, I hope.
Are you dead ass right now? Are you dead ass right now? What was the point of coming back? I guess this feud, and it worked. The match, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst. They did what they had to. AJ Lee, she was aggressive. Becky Lynch, she was aggressive. The story being told throughout it was Becky Lynch is going to do anything to win. And she did anything to win. At the end of the day, that manhandle slam, 1, 2, 3. It's not the disarmer I had her winning with, but at the end of the day, Becky Lynch is still your Intercontinental Champion. The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time. The greatest women's wrestler of all time. It's not just her saying it. It's not just me saying it. It's not just Sports Illustrated saying it. Everybody's saying it. This title, this Intercontinental Championship so far, it almost seems like it was made for Becky Lynch. It's been on Becky Lynch's shoulder since the beginning of it feels like. And she's the perfect person to help establish this belt. I just wish the Women's United States Championship was getting kind of the same rub as the Intercontinental Championship. It'll be a player for years to come. Mr. WrestleMania. No, we're not talking about Shawn Michaels. We're talking about Seth freaking Rollins, him and Gunther, a match that I called a 5-star wrestling classic in the making. It wasn't. They canceled all my plans in the first 5 seconds. But this match, it's still 5-star, Donnie certified. Seth Rollins and Gunther, they did their thing. It wasn't the perfect wrestling match. It was gritty. It was scrappy. It was a war. This was Seth Rollins' first match back in months. This was Gunther at the top of his game. So it shouldn't have been a wrestling match. I was wrong to make it that in the first place. This match, it was a fight. Both of these men trying to kill each other. It was dog versus dog. Seth versus Gunther. Who was going to get the upper hand? Just like I said, the reversals felt like they were studied, especially in the deep water. Seth Rollins is connecting on all 10. Gunther is connecting on all 10. Seth is taking damage. Gunther's taking damage. These men are going at it. Gunther might have had the best sell for the curb stomp, the stomp that I've seen ever. My man Gunther's head straight off of the mat. Up, down, there you go. It didn't get the window. I'm not mad at the direction they decided to go with this match. But the finish, the unclean finish, Braun Breaker's pending return, it happened. And it happened at WrestleMania where he cost Seth Rollins this match. It wasn't really needed. Yes, it was a cool moment, but to what extent? We're getting a war. We're getting Seth versus Gunther, and this was probably the plan the whole time. Both of these men still look strong. It builds into Gunther's perfect dickhead archetype, pussy, do whatever it takes, career killer role. But Seth Gunther, it was a type of match that didn't really need a messy finish. Either way it would have went, it could have made sense, and WWE should have made it make sense. That super spear though? Yeah, Braun Breaker, give that shit up. But what do you expect from a white dude in slacks and Team Jordans? Gunther, he's just stacking matches. Gunther's just stacking accolades, stacking careers. John Cena, Goldberg, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins not retired. But when you look at the men Gunther's beat, the career Gunther has had so far, damn, what does Gunther do next? Where does Gunther go? I know where Seth Rollins is going to go. He's going to go to the Vision. But Gunther, his career is one that I am tapped into. Britney Spears versus Selena? That's what we got at WrestleMania. And it damn sure felt like it because Liv Morgan's entrance, she came out like a pop star. She went to Coachella. She made a pop song. Now she's on a whole different trajectory. My thoughts were if Stephanie Vaquer loses this match after Liv Morgan just had an entrance like that, What is happening? Well, that's what happened. This match was so quick. It's a Liv Morgan match at WrestleMania. It's a Stephanie Vaquer match at WrestleMania. 20 minutes max, 20 minutes minimum. Stephanie Vaquer, she's been through wars. She's been through longer matches than this. So having her lose the belt like this, as quick as this, it just doesn't make sense. What are we doing, WWE? Is it because the ticket sales are dropping? Are you trying to get the ads in? Hey, Liv Morgan, you like going to Coachella. If these ticket sales keep dropping, it's going to become 2 weekends. Next thing you know, WrestleMania Coachella. No, don't speak it into existence. No. Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day, they seem to be in full swing. Until we talk about later. I wouldn't mind seeing Stephanie Vaquer versus Becky Lynch. Let me get that. Stephanie Vaquer, cool. She doesn't need to be a women's world champion. I think she'll be just as dominant if she was an Intercontinental champion. So, maybe a Stephanie Vaquer mid-card run? I'll do it. Steph, Becky, let's run it. You want to talk about storytelling. These WrestleMania main events, Saturday and Sunday, the definition of it all. Cody versus Randy, student versus teacher. You hear that a lot, but sometimes you forget the student actually learned. That was the case this whole match. Randy Orton, we've seen a different Randy Orton. This man was fighting like an old man. Oh, my back! Cody Rhodes, he was fighting like Randy Orton. He was fighting just the way Randy Orton would do, targeting his opponent, not holding back. This was a different Cody Rhodes than what we're used to. Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee taken out in the first moments, as they should be. Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, a wrestling match. 2 of the best wrestlers ever. So, let them wrestle. The focal point in this match was Randy Orton selling his back and if Cody Rhodes would have what it takes to actually pull the trigger this time. And he did. He had what it took. But Randy Orton, you keep playing that back card. So, will you ever be back at the top? Because now the rest of your opponents, everybody else, they know you're weak as fuck. So, what is going to happen in the rest of your career, Randy Orton? How are you ever going to look strong again if they know they can just... Whoop, oh my God, my back, Pat McAfee and Randy Orton, yeah, they didn't last long. Pat McAfee counted slow as fuck. Randy Orton, RKO. Cody Rhodes, you get the win. Cody Rhodes wins WrestleMania. But the way this match ended, the way WrestleMania ended, it was a way we've never seen before. Randy Orton literally stole the moment from Cody Rhodes. A man who just retained his championship at the end of WrestleMania, he's staring at the lights to end it. The man who just lost to him is holding his belt, looking above him. Wow. This is, okay. WrestleMania Saturday, it was cool. Everything was quick, but it flowed and it was smooth to an extent. It was the perfect opening for what Sunday would be. Because WrestleMania Sunday, it lived up to the hype. Cody Rhodes said the most sleeper WrestleMania of all time. I'd have to agree. WrestleMania 42 as a whole, woo! Lesnar! He retired. What? Brock Lesnar is gone? So we think his future is uncertain? Brock Lesnar, I don't know what to think in the moment. I didn't know what to think. Have we ever seen Brock Lesnar this emotional? Have we ever seen this much emotion from the fans towards Brock Lesnar? I don't know. But Obafemi, Brock Lesnar, everything I expected it to be, and more. Actually, it was nothing what I expected it to be because I had Brock Lesnar looking strong in this match. It was the exact opposite. He did look strong at moments, but Obafemi, he was the clear favorite in this match the whole time. Brock Lesnar was second guessing himself. So, Obafemi getting that win, boom, the fall from grace, Brock Lesnar retiring after, it just made perfect sense. In my How I'd Book video, I said Oba would get the win, and it knocks Brock Lesnar off of that pedestal he's been on, the beast of WWE, and it's now Obafemi's. But it became so much more clear than that. Brock Lesnar, he's completely gone. Obafemi, it is your time. We are your people. Rule us. How the fuck do you cut entrances off of WrestleMania? Yes, we're talking about the Intercontinental Championship match. Rusev, JD McDonough, and Dragon Lee. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I don't know if internationally or overseas, whatever, maybe you've seen the entrances, but ESPN, the commercial fest, we really miss WrestleMania entrances. Be for real. And it's not even like they matter that much, but for the character, for the worker, for the person who's doing their job, it's kind of a special moment. Maybe they want that to be broadcast to the world. This ladder match, it was insane. Spot after spot after spot.
Ground. Oh,
Nobody looked bad, and that is exactly the way I wanted this match to go. Even JD McDonough, he's my biggest takeaway. He looked great. I said, JD, this is your moment to capture the crowd. Your story with the Judgment Day, we don't know where it's going to go. Finn, he doesn't have your back anymore. So build all that equity you can, and boy, you built some with me because JD, you did your thing. Javon Evans, see the young OG, the brightest star in this match, just like I said. I'm not even mad he didn't win. I get it. Penta, you won. You look great. The match was incredible. But Javon Evans, can we just talk about him for a moment? Young Shelton Benjamin. I said this match is going to be built like one of those WrestleMania Money in the Bank matches. Just like it was. Oh my God, Javon Evans. Javon Evans, I don't even know what to say. You left me speechless. Bouncy! I did have one question in this match, though. Do you think Rusev's boos were legit? At one point, we saw Rusev grab the ladder. We thought he was going to climb, try to get the belt, but the crowd, they were dead-ass booing him. Boo! 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 Do you think the boos were legit? Or do you think it was just, we don't want you to win? I am the Booker of the Year. Trick Williams, Sami Zayn, OGDG, Donnyland, we're going to WWE. It's just pending. Oh my gosh, this match went exactly like how I expected. Sami Zayn, the end of the match. Blink stare. Trick Williams, the end of the match. Whooping that trick. Little Yachty to kick off his entrance. Trick Williams, you are a star. You are a star. Trick Williams, you are slowly becoming my favorite. Trick Williams versus Sami Zayn. That respect, it was gone. Sami Zayn was playing dirty. Sami Zayn aggressive as hell, not even caring for the fans. But Trick Williams, he noticed. He locked in. He hit that trick shot. 1, 2, 3. Trick Williams, United States champion. The Rock, Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, you know what's about to happen. Oh my God, Trick Willie, we are just getting started, baby. I'm so excited. Who's going to be your first opponent? We know we have a Trick versus Carmelo match in the future, and I just want to see where that goes and how that goes and how that comes into play. Sami Zayn, what are you going to do? You just going to start attacking people because you lost? Are you a full-on bad guy now? Are you itty-bitty, bitter gingerbread man? What are you? What are you? Because now you're going to have to do something. The time for games is over, and you made that very clear. WWE proved me completely wrong. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio, my second favorite match of the whole event? What? I already said Dom was the perfect pussy, and the storytelling in this match, it played into that so greatly, so well. Dominic Mysterio, from before the match even started, he's hiding behind the announce table, looking scared as hell. This man, Dom, he was literally doing anything to try to beat this man, try to kill him. 619s with chairs around his head, it didn't matter. The demon's kicking out at 1. Dom was trying to escape with his life. He's literally fighting for his life. This match was awesome. But I do have a question. How can the demon lose aura? Because yes, he did lose aura. That entrance, it usually pulls me, but I felt nothing. I just felt like I was watching a wrestler make his entrance. But somehow, some way, he still looked badass. So, is it possible to lose aura and still look badass? Because Finn Balor, you did. And you also won. So now you're reignited. Please, WWE, do something with this. Have the demon back into play. Have Finn Balor be strong. He's solo now. He doesn't need anybody. Finn Balor, there's stories to tell. You're that guy. You're that guy. Make sure you make it happen. I said you booked yourselves into a corner, turning it into a street fight, the perfect solve, the perfect resolution. It allowed the match to be dirty, gritty, scrappy, and it allowed Dom to lose and still look great. Dirty Dom, you earned so much more love and respect from me. Dominic Mysterio, he's my favorite wrestler in the WWE at the moment, if you can't tell. Trick Williams, you're climbing up there. But Dom, the way you presented yourself in this match, the star you're becoming, keep doing it, Dom. These WrestleMania moments, they're just going to keep coming. Finn Balor, shout out to you. Oh my God, look at this fan. He's sitting ringside. Psych. That is a lawyer. That is a PR. That is a publicist. Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill. Really? Yes, WWE tried playing it off. Maybe he was really a fan, but for my storytelling purposes, for the way this story has gone so far, yes, they needed someone who wasn't unbiased on commentary. They needed to make sure someone wouldn't be buried. They're both going to be put over. Rhea versus Jade, lawyer at the announce table. This match, it completely threw me off. Why was this match actually fucking good? Why was this Jade Cargill's best match of her career? Rhea Ripley, I'm not a fan of you. You're probably the lowest on the totem pole right now, but you delivered. Jade Cargill, you delivered. Rhea Ripley even gave Jade Cargill her respect in the post show. Yes, she was still acting stuck up, little, fuck. Don't get me started on Rhea Ripley, but you know what I mean. Jade Cargill and Rhea, they look good. They look like two beasts. This was the female version of Brock versus Oba, but they're both in their prime. Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, it delivered to every extent. I was expecting something way worse. I wasn't expecting a clean wrestling match. I was expecting a dirty beatdown, which it kind of was what it was. But it doesn't matter because Rhea Ripley cheated. Two mid-carders, two low-carders, if you even consider them mid-carders. They don't combine to Io Sky, a multiple-time women's world champion, one of the greatest, probably the greatest right now. Io Sky helping Rhea Ripley, that's cheating. That's cheating. Meet Chin, B-Fab, they don't count. They don't count, okay? Rhea Ripley, you need to use Io Sky to win a championship? Bruh. Finish also once again made both of them look good. Jade Cargill, you need to keep this up though, because you yourself, you said, I don't need the belt, I'm a star, I'm a prototype. Now, prove it. Keep this momentum going because Rhea Ripley, she's now on your show. Is another match in the books? I don't know. But Jade Cargill, I need to see you keep this momentum going. Please, please, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. That's right. Roman Reigns and CM Punk blew it out of the water. This was literally the perfect WrestleMania main event. I said two completely different ideologies. They delivered that to a T. Roman Reigns was the definition of physical. You're not going to outpower me, Phil. No way at all, no matter how much you try. But Punk had that mental. You're gonna have to kill me. I'm not going to give up. Roman Reigns did just that. We seen CM Punk murdered. This match, it was fun. It was two goats being goats. They were literally having fun in there. I loved watching the crowd's faces, especially as CM Punk was getting beat up. Oh my gosh, yes, this is happening. He stepped into the ring with the OTC, TC1, our tribal chief, the greatest of all time, Roman Reigns. This is what you have coming to you, Phil. You picked this fight, now you gotta fight. This match, it had me on the edge of my seat. I imagine this is what watching Rock versus Austin was for a young fan back then. This match was incredible. CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, the crowd so split, blow for blow, neither of these men giving up. Once again, the storytelling in this WrestleMania main event was incredible. But this is WWE, the biggest sports entertainment company in the world. The pinnacle, the definition, the bookmark, the benchmark for where pro wrestling even starts. So what more could you expect? The finish of this match, Roman Reigns winning, it just adds to the character of CM Punk and Roman Reigns. None of them really look weak, but Roman Reigns, it just proves he cements himself as that GOAT. What's understood does not need to be said. Roman Reigns, someone on commentary made a note, Roman Reigns has literally beat all the GOATs of the prior generation and his generation. Yes, who hasn't Roman Reigns beat? Oba. We'll talk about that in a few moments, don't you worry. Roman Reigns did exactly what he said. This is my time. You're old. You're old. And when it comes down to it, you don't have what it takes to beat me. And we've seen that as CM Punk collapsed when he was going for that second GTS. Roman Reigns choking him out. Roman Reigns spearing him. Roman Reigns getting the win. 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna lie though, CM Punk, he had me. I thought he was gonna win this match plenty of times. Yes, this match was incredible. You know what that means? 5-star certified Donnie Classic. 5-star Donnie certified bang. CM Punk, Roman Reigns, the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. The biggest, from storytelling perspective, from wrestling perspective, from entertainment perspective. It had everything. Yes, the chemistry was there. Yes, the crowd was there. What else could you want? And just like I said, Roman Reigns standing tall by himself, the first time in years, closing WrestleMania, it was a sight to be seen. Is there more story to be told between these two though? I don't really know how much farther you can get into it. That match, I don't really want to ruin it with anything else. That's just how good it was. CM Punk and Roman Reigns, that was incredible. Like, genuinely, incredible. Incredible. Welcome to the pits of Donnyland, where I just throw the craziest hot takes out of there. Parts that didn't really make it into the full video, but we're just getting them out there into the world. Let's go for it. John Cena looked disappointed in hell at the attendance. This is what I retired for. Danhausen's music sounds like Boogeyman. I was very critical of Danhausen, but I get it. He made me laugh. Brock Lesnar is not fully retired, and WWE hasn't said that, so he can come back in the future. Maybe there is one more big match on the table. SummerSlam Indianapolis, WrestleMania Saturday ass nigga. That was a smear campaign from the Bloodline, from Roman Reigns, just trying to diminish Cody Rhodes and his level at WrestleMania Saturday. Defending his championship, yeah. WrestleMania Saturday ass. CM Punk wore his greatest gear of all time. Cody Rhodes wore his greatest gear of all time. Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns, that whole moment, it was unscripted. Oba was feeling like the man. He was feeling like the ruler, as you motherfucking should. Once again, I want to say, I don't think he knew Brock Lesnar was retiring. It might have been a work. I don't think anybody knew Brock Lesnar was retiring. Paul Heyman especially. My man was in tears. WrestleMania 42, it's now over. What do you think? I think it delivered. I think the only down point was just how quick Saturday was. Just how quick the show ended. Seeing all the matches be fought in sunlight. Seeing the post-show take off in sunlight. Seeing the post-show end in sunlight. Vegas, 3 o'clock. Overall, I'm giving WrestleMania 42 8 out of 10. What do I think could have been better? Make the matches longer. Less commercials. It's just simple shit, WWE. We want to see wrestling. We want to see product. We want to see entertainment. Your biggest show of it all, the spectacle of it all, as you like to say. Can you just make it a little more of that? But let me know what you guys thought down below. Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you mad? Were you glad? WrestleMania 42, it's came and it's gone. Let me know all of your hottest takes, your coldest takes, or maybe just something you need to get off of your mind. Let's talk about it. Oh, GDG.